Thank you guys for listening to the Dicey Fate podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Dicey Fate Podcast. No underscore, no space, all one word.
All right, well, welcome to Dicey Fate. I am Trunks, and I'm here once again with our group of friends playing this lovely game of D&D. Well, tonight we actually have one announcement to make. I want to give a shout out to Son of Fortune Gaming over on Facebook for helping us out, getting more followers and listening to the podcast. You'll get a chance to check her out on Facebook at Son of Fortune Gaming. And we got Dicey coming through early tonight, so
that's his cousin.
What's his cousin's name?
We don't know yet, but oh no. But anyway, thank you guys, and let's get into this lovely game we're having. So, why did I do that? But okay, anyway, so last we left off, you guys had just left Stormshore, and we're heading on to Crystaldale when Rathbent and Asha saw smoke coming from Aston. After some coaxing from Edric, you guys talked to Nilka, who decided to let y'all drop off there and look around. Finding Luke, and also the fact that the entire town had been slaughtered and burned, and Luke was the only one left alive. And healing him, and then finding that maybe some people had actually escaped through a back entrance into the mountain area. And from what y'all comprehended, it was heading toward Emberhelm, the home of the Ravenswords. From there, once again, talked to Nilka, who this time charged you 100 gold to head that way. And as you were heading that way, Alikir decided, you know what? Tie a rope to my foot and hang off the side of the...
It was both feet.
To his feet, and hang off the side of the boat, looking around for people.
Yep.
Or anything out of the ordinary.
Stray arrows.
You never know.
So...
Possibility.
That's where the game begins. You guys are on the ship. You have run of the ship, or not run of the ship, but you have control at this point. I'll turn it over to y'all and see what y'all want to do.
Well, I was still sitting with Luke.
I was say I'm gonna be near him, just making sure he's okay. We don't know what he's doing.
I mean, we know he went overboard.
Alright, so Alikir, give me a perception.
Mm-hmm. 18.
As you're flying through, the fields are open. You can see Emberhelm in the distance. And you do see a group of goblins on warg, a couple of them on warg back, hunting down a deer. And you watch as they shoot it up, shoot it with arrows. The warg tackles it and makes quick work of it.
Okay.
There's one again.
One Tate.
Oh, whole family by the end of this. But for the most part, that's all you see.
Okay. Well, I'll start flipping myself up to climb back up the rope.
Roll me athletics.
Yeah. Great at these. 5.
The ship's moving fast enough. You're trying, but the pull of the ship and you trying to get yourself right back up. You're still kind of like shit. So you're still hanging at the moment.
Okay.
So you two,
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting there with Luke, who is still just
Shell shocked.
and Nilka calls out. She goes, "Are you gonna be okay down there?"
Talking about who?
We're still trying to
about-
figure that out.
I don't want him going crazy and doing something stupid on my ship.
We don't want him going crazy and doing something stupid on your ship either.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page there.
Because we're on the same ship.
There we go. As long as he stays okay, we're good.
That's why we're staying. We're staying with him. Doing what we can.
That's just not working. Okay, there it goes. Okay, cool. I get to roll something.
Uh-oh.
I get to roll something.
And he snaps.
Judging by that reaction, it might be a thing.
No, it was actually a good roll.
Oh, okay.
Luke is like still calm, still shell shocked, but like there is some light in his eyes still. It's just he's seen some jacked up shit in the last day or two.
It's tough, isn't it?
And yeah, he's just kind of sitting there. Like, you can see there's some part that he hears, but as far as like any kind of actual response, it's still nothing.
I'll just sit and keep talking to him, just telling him, some of the stories of what we've done so far, and
Right.
explaining, hey, I get it. I was the only one in my entire battalion that survived an attack before. I know what this feels like. It will get better.
And as you guys are sitting there talking about that, Edric is kind of leaning against the side of the ship, just looking out over everything.
All right. Well, he's while Rathbin is telling the stories, I will leave Luke and him, because I don't know that. That is beyond my knowledge. I'll go check on Alikir.
Yeah. You look over to the side, you see Alikir trying to pull himself up. It's just kind of dangling.
Rick, you want to come give me a hand?
What's up?
Somebody's trying to get up.
Sure. Athletics. With 2 of you. But he's not proficient in it.
Neither am I.
What'd you
8.
get? You got a 20. Yeah, dirty 20. So you're helping, but
he's doing
most of the work. And within a little bit of time, Alikir, you get pulled back over the side. And
Okay. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
so, hanging over the side wasn't a good idea.
Not the greatest. May have taken me some time, but I may have made it back on my own. Just might have taken a while longer. Thank you for the help.
It's no problem.
But I haven't seen any of the village people walking underneath us still.
Yeah. Anyway, the village people.
Yeah. So didn't see any of the villagers on the way there still. So if they did head this way, they might already be there or back further. We may have, outpaced them with the ship.
So yeah, as everything just keeps going, 15 minutes at the most, and you see Emberhelm.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Emberhelm Coliseum, where they capture monsters and hold in fights for people's entertainment. Life or death situational fights. You see the actual. You can't really call it a village, but it's a small city of nothing but monster hunters and traders and Alikir, Asha, roll me history.
$15.
Nat 20.
Nice. So you both know there's not an airship dock here. They're not that fancy. There are monster hunter trainers that actually train different monsters as mounts and stuff like that here too. But them having an airship is not a thing. But because like, I can set you down about 100 yards away. You'll have to walk the rest.
That's acceptable.
Yes.
Can Luke come with us? Like, physically, can he come with us?
Yeah, I mean he stands and he's just kind of
not all there. Okay.
So the ropes come down. Oh, this time it's a rope ladder, because last time it was just kind of
Quick.
y'all are in a hurry.
Not in as much of a hurry right at the moment.
She's like, take your time, but we can't leave the arcane engines running just
Indefinitely.
Yeah, they do run. They do have a core, and they will start running down. So take your time,
but hurry up.
Don't take. I don't want to be sitting here hovering for days.
No, we've got a time limit anyway.
Yeah. Should hopefully only need to be here a few hours at the most.
All right. Well, we'll have it ready for you to go when y'all get ready.
Appreciate it.
And down the rope ladder you go.
Yep.
And into Emberhelm. Best way to describe it is if you've played Monster Hunter World. Like, kind of like, not places like stacked on top of each other, but there are buildings, there are actual homes and domiciles and like shops. But when you walk in, it's more like a tent town to begin with, where people have pretty much just set up, different little just tents and just roadside market, places, stuff like that. And as soon as you walk in, people are already kind of walking up, trying to sell you jewels and just random trinkets they've made. And Edric is sitting there looking around like, this is new. What are they doing? Why are they doing this?
They're trying to sell us stuff.
We're new in town.
They're trying to make a living.
Oh, should I pay them or?
If you want their stuff, but we're here for people.
Right. So, and he's trying to be polite to them.
At this point, I'm just like, has anybody else from Aston come in town?
You're talking to some of the...
Whomever is near.
Yeah.
One guy looks up and he goes, "Oh, are you talking about the refugees who just made it in?"
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this big dragonborn man came through and led them all further into town.
That's where we need to go.
Don't know who he is. I've never seen him around here, but I don't really get too far into town,
Then, please let us through, and we'll be on our way.
And he holds out his hand. He goes, information don't come cheap.
I'll put 2 gold in his hand.
He's like, good day, sir. Fine doing business with you.
Yeah, maybe next time don't try and take advantage of more refugees.
He's like, hey, I'm just trying to make a couple coin here for my family too. And he kind of slinks back off to one of his little tent areas, and you guys keep on going. And the further you get into the town, to the city, that's when you start noticing, you could tell the instant difference to the area. So as you get closer into town, more actual buildings are set up, more actual hunters. You can tell all the different people now are...
Right.
And Alikir, you've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where the Hunters Guild Hall is. As far as the tournament, or as far as the Coliseum, as you entered in town, all the tents and everything, the Coliseum was to the right of the town. They kind of keep it a couple hundred yards away from the rest of the village, just because, just in case by some chance a monster gets free, something like that. It still has a chance to. It has more of a chance to run away than run into the village. They have guards and they have a makeshift wall. They still just kind of, they have their defenses set up.
Yeah.
And what's your passive perception, everybody?
12.
Yeah, that's right, 12.
15.
16.
16 what?
15.
Okay. Asha, you kind of, as you're walking in, pass through some of the shops and whatnot, heading, you clock an elven man just kind of leaning up against the wall, just he's watching. And if you hadn't just happened to look, you would have never caught his glance. But blonde hair, he's in he's well geared to be down, not in the slums, but in this part of town.
Right.
He's too geared up for this.
Okay.
Has short, spiky hair, blonde, green eyes. He's in black leathers with some gold trim. Even though he stands out, he almost blended in if you hadn't just caught him.
Mm-hmm.
Bow slung on his back. But at the moment, he's just leaning up against the wall, just watching.
I just nod at him.
He kind of just nods and just keeps letting y'all walk.
I keep going, because I know at this point I'm looking for a dragonborn man to Do I have any idea what Dragonborn man this happens to be?
We're man intelligence.
11.
Yeah, you know Zed. You know exactly who it is. Alikir, we're man intelligence as well. I mean, DC's not like super high, but it's. I mean, that's already. I figured with the dice roll already.
Yeah.
I saw that one. I was like,
Yeah, it'd be dirty 20 total for just intelligence.
Yeah, you know Zed. Hell, you know, you guys know stories of Zed about the fact that he walked into a town and set the whole place ablaze, killing lots and lots of monsters and some people in the process. But you gotta know he's so far been a just leader of the monster hunters, but it's just of the Raven Swords. It's just he's kind of wild,
A little chaotic. So am I.
but you know where he resides.
So head that way.
Yeah, going straight through town.
Oh yeah, no extra stops, just heading straight there.
And
just to make sure, Luke is still in tow, right?
yeah,
Okay.
he hasn't.
I'm keeping an eye on him. I'm not going to notice anything else around me anyway, so...
You're focused.
While we're walking through town, Rathbin's just like...
Hey, this is great. This is a cool little town. And as you get farther in to the actual like guild halls and whatnot, you see like it's probably about 40 feet worth of stairs to like an actual like nice sized building that just screams, I'm the leader, you know. It's nicer than the rest of the place. It's kind of gaudy. Just
So, are there guards at the foot of the stairs?
no.
Oh, damn.
There are no guards.
Most problems are handled within the guilds.
That was less about that and more about, do we have to walk up the stairs?
Yes.
And that's a small trek itself. That's a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to the top. And still, no guards to be seen.
Knock on the door.
And you suddenly just hear, come in, come in.
I'm going in.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as the doors open, and you walk in, you see like a table set up. Lots of people just eating and relaxing. And you start noticing it's people from the town. It's the people who could have got away. And sitting a little farther back on this throne of like dragon skull throne is Zed. You know, 7 feet tall, like 300 pounds, just giant red dragonborn with a vertical scar through his right eye. Like it's just closed, and he's sitting there with this big great sword just sitting beside him. And as he stands, you know, he has this really long, like sleeveless, you know, jacket, no shirt underneath, showing off all the scales, and
He's got a vest.
yeah. Well, it could be almost like not a tuxedo, but like a trench coat because it's long enough. Baggy
Long vest.
He's an investigator.
Baggy gray pants, no shoes.
That was a dad joke.
and he just kind of stands. And who might you be?
We're from Aston, just like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, we walk in. I'm gonna look over to Luke and go, Luke, your efforts were not in vain. Look at all of these who did make it.
Roll me a persuasion.
I'm going to assist with that. Will you get advantage?
I'll give him advantage if you.
Yeah, I'm helping is like making sure he.
20 total, dirty 20.
You see Luke just kind of look up and like instantly tears start forming. And Zed just looks like, what's his problem?
He was left at the village.
He thought everyone was dead.
So you see, they're not. Just wipe the tears from your eyes, boy. And about this point, you hear, there's no way that you guys. And
Does the voice sound familiar?
as you see Shin get up, like ears perked up and everything, and like you notice he's hobbling, and he comes around the side of the table, and he is missing his left leg.
Ooh.
He has it's metal, but it's nothing super fancy. Like it looks completely off. Like might not even be the right length and anything, you know. And he has a cane, and he comes walking over, and he's like, "We thought you guys deserted. Like you ran or something."
No, we can't quite fully explain it, but no, we didn't run, and
But we did get turned to stone in the forest.
I mean, that's fine, but you know, I didn't know if you guys were in on this or.
Why would we be in on it?
I don't know. Everything happened so fast.
what did happen, we actually couldn't get very much out of Luke in his shocked state.
And at this point, you see Luke's already walked over. He's crying and just hugging people,
And
Sticking pretty close to him.
and Shin's just watching him. He's like, "That was horrible." He goes, "Well, we got into town. Like we got back. Me and Nova and Luke and Sprig and Bacchus was there." Which, that was weird in itself, because he wasn't supposed to be back for at least another day or two.
How do you spell Bacchus?
Bacchus.
Okay. That's what I wondered.
And suddenly, Edric shifted. Some blonde chick with a rapier, and she started attacking Luke and me and Sprig, and suddenly some dude with some weird device. It wasn't a bow and arrow or nothing like that, but they start just blowing everything up, like setting fire to everything. Your mom opened the door, and this guy just like shot something, and it hit her. I tried to fight Bacchus, but that man's sword was sharp. It was razor sharp. It was one swing, took my leg. I tried to get up and do anything I could, but these assassins, this man, they murdered people. I heard Gil screaming for help, but we couldn't help.
Sadly, he and his adopted father didn't make it, but they took quite a few out with them.
He's like, I couldn't even... He's like, Raffman's... I gave Raffman's little brother so much hell before, you know, and just being kind of different, but the kid's strong. He picked me up, he ran with me, and his mom and dad didn't make it. They, you know...
Well, I'm sure he'll at least be happy to hear that his brother did.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with Amadeus a lot since we got here.
He's still alive?
Yeah, Amadeus got a lot of us out. Amadeus was the one that stopped Bacchus. Didn't kill him, but stopped him.
Well, thank you for what you could do while you could.
Nope.
I'm sorry we weren't there.
Y'all would have been in the same boat we were in. It's probably a good thing y'all weren't there.
But at least now we know more of who we're looking for. And possibly what we're up against.
This last thing I saw, then some chick on a dragon showed up.
Could you tell what type of dragon it was? Do you know?
It spewed fire. It looked like the one that came in last time, but not white. Had red colorations on it, and before the kid pulled me into the tunnels, I saw it start spewing fire.
Yes, at this point, a good chunk of the village is just ashes and burnt structures. I know the people will eventually rebuild, but it'll take some time.
I'm not going back. I'm going to be leaving here soon. Try to catch an airship, either Galavelis or Crystal Dale, and catch an airship back to Honokuni. I'm going home. If this showed me nothing else, I need training. I need to center myself even more.
Well, we might be able to convince the airship with us to at least bring you along to Crystal Dale with us.
Is that alright? Thank you. But for now, I'm just gonna get through eating. It was good to see y'all. And
So through this whole ordeal, has anybody really looked at Edric?
not one. No one's even paying him attention.
Okay. Is his hair still brown, or has it gone back to being blonde?
It's still brown.
Okay.
It's starting to fade a little bit, but it's still brown.
Okay.
Yeah, Luke's over here just talking to everybody, hugging people, just, happy to see people have lived. And Shin walks up to you, Raffman, and gives you the news about your brother, your little brother.
Jamfer's here?
Yeah, last I saw him, he was down at the Coliseum with Amadeus.
I'll turn to Luke and ask him, hey, are you going to be, you okay?
There's this kind of shakes his head, he's like, yeah, I think I'm okay.
You're in good company, man. If you need me, I'm going to be at the Coliseum.
Okay.
I'm going to start heading that way, and on the way out, I'll stop and tell Asha and Alikir where I'm headed and why.
Well, I'll join you, but see somebody else.
And in all honesty, if Luke is going to be fine here with the villagers, I'm going to turn to Rick and go, I think we should all go, just in case anybody gets an inkling about you.
And the bad thing is you look over and Rick is over here like tearing up and just...
Not looking very regal.
No, not at all.
These are royal tears.
He is crying, just like... Because at points, Edric is the very emotional person, and right now he's just... I'm so glad someone was safe. Just...
Lots of someone's.
Yes. I'm glad you're someone who cares about his people.
I try to be. And then he's over here just like trying to wipe his face, and it's not working.
Let's go, Edric. Grab him by the arm and take him with us.
And as you're about to walk off, you hear Zed like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I just realized what I said.
He goes, you girl.
Yeah.
Why do you look so familiar?
Okay, good.
What's the name of the bar? I don't remember. What was the name of the bar? In Aston?
Oh.
I don't know if I ever wrote down the name of the bar.
Hey, the DM remembered.
It's the Corkscrew.
Did you ever go to the Corkscrew?
Yes, multiple times when we came back from hunts. Gorgeous woman used to be there.
Well, that gorgeous woman is dead. And, it's my mother.
He goes, oh, I see the resemblance a little bit now. He goes, that's why I know you. And where's the knife?
It's on my hip.
He goes, and that thing, of course, that. He goes, that burning blade did this, and he points to his right eye.
You tried to grab her ass, didn't you?
Try to do more than that. He was like, he goes, well, at least you went out fighting.
Yeah.
That's good. He goes, condolences about about what happened, though.
Well, at least some people got out.
Because I'll tell you what, after you go do your business, meet me at Mrs. Amber's, and we'll toast a drink to your mother.
Okay.
He goes, but now I gotta finish throwing my party.
Have fun with that.
I was like, yeah, I tend to. Night's still early. And bad thing is, it's about...
Not even night.
No, it's like midday.
Yep.
I think he only has one time of day, and it's night.
And he just walks by and like pats a couple of people on the shoulders and talking to them as y'all go walking back out into the street. And as you're walking out...
Real quick. As he had called for her, but I had picked up on him calling Edric by his full name, I want to roll a perception to see if anybody picked up on that.
Okay.
My bad.
I really doubt I noticed. 9 total.
Okay, roll me an insight with disadvantage.
10 total.
No one's really, as far as you know, no one's picked up on that.
My bad. I just got used to not being around people.
And as you guys go walking out, you see the blonde man again sitting by the door as y'all leave. Like, as y'all walk out the door and shut the doors, he's standing to the left of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Like, he makes sure to catch eye contact with Alikir. And he just kind of looks over. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Can we talk for a minute?
Sure, if we can walk and talk.
It'll just be a few. Please, come around the corner here with me.
You good?
I should be, but you'll know if I'm not.
I have nothing to hide. Well, I have some things to hide, but this isn't one of them.
If it's nothing to hide, why can't you speak here?
It's personal.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I promise I won't take up too much of your time, friend.
Yeah, I'll step away with him.
And are you guys continuing on walking, or are y'all waiting around?
We'll wait. Because Alikir said we'll know if he's not okay.
So you walk about 20, I would say about 30, 40 feet away from the group. And he looks at you. Dyed your hair, I see.
No. Same way I've always had my hair.
He goes, where's the sword?
What sword?
It's like Ice and Fang. Last time I saw you, you had it with you.
You know my father then.
He goes, oh shit. You're not Raytheon?
No, I'm his son.
Why do you have a kid?
Well, see, I'm about 27 now, so... Or no, wait. In episode 1, did we say our ages?
No,
We're
but
all teens.
well, elves would be a
El-
teen at 100.
Yeah,
something. So.
But yeah, I'm about 27.
So what are you doing over here? Why aren't you in Crystaldale?
Well, after my parents both left there, I decided to travel for a while and had actually wound up in the small town that these refugees are all from.
Well, damn. And so I really thought, I thought I was going to get a chance to scrap with your old man again.
No, sadly not. I don't know where he is right now.
Well, if you see him, tell him Silas say hi. And I'm ready for round 3.
I'll let him know.
The man's a monster. You know that.
Yes.
Because after beating Albion, I honestly thought he was lying when he said he beat him. But skills like that, you don't fake.
No, it's something I envy and I try to emulate, but I don't know if I'll ever reach that level.
Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, so like I said, if you see him again, let him know.
I will.
Tell him to come to Emberhelm. I'm ready for our next round.
And if not, who knows? Maybe after I've had some more time, I'll come back to challenge you.
Yeah, so, well, we'll see. Can't beat the father, might as well beat one of them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm sorry to take up your time then.
No problem. And if you happen to see my father again before I do, tell him I'll leave a message for him in Crystaldale. I'm about to head back that way.
Will do. Just stay safe.
You too.
And at that, they rejoin the group. Alikir rejoins, and he just kind of waves and opens the doors and goes in.
He knew my father. Thought I was him.
Okay. On to the Coliseum then.
So as you're walking by, going to the Coliseum, and you have to walk past Mrs. Amber's to get to the Coliseum.
Okay.
As you do, suddenly the door opens and you hear a roar coming from inside, and the poor patron who opens the door falls back and screams as the door slams again, and you start to hear people on the bar just laughing.
What just happened there?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Any ideas then?
I'll say, roll nature to see if you could maybe see what the animal's roar was, or what the creature's roar was.
18.
8.
7.
Catch you by 1. That's one of my main proficient skills.
I have a +0, so.
It was draconic.
What did
So
the
we
dragon
understand.
say?
It just roared.
Oh.
There was no.
It's a dragon roar.
How did I not recognize that?
Right? Maybe it was the guy shrill screaming that over.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I know that sound.
It was confusing me with a banshee.
I mean, I thought they'd be a little more shrill. Or maybe that he'd be a little deeper.
And Edric just kind of looks over at the door like you see him has his hand out like he was about to make perform his blade, and he's like,
I think it's okay.
uh-huh.
From the laughter, I think it was a prank.
It's not a cool prank.
I didn't say it was a cool one, just that it was
That's
a prank.
okay. At least now I know that there's going to be a dragon roar coming from in there when I go in.
Should we roar back?
Probably.
When we walk in, I probably will, using thaumaturgy.
Well, I'll let y'all go in first then.
We're headed to the Coliseum first. That was after.
Right. He said when y'all go, he's letting you go first.
Okay.
And yeah, you make it to the Coliseum, and you're hearing cheers and just like the roar of excitement. And you see this little halfling man sitting at the door, just like, who's up for a bet tonight? We have, 3 different main events tonight. It's incredible.
3 main events. What are the events?
Well, we have the first one. We have, the Bullet Queen herself here, Zed's wife. She's performing tonight. Watching her show is just great. That's the first event. That one's not really a betting event. That's just more. There's a gorgeous woman shooting things.
So then what's the bet for?
The bet's for the other fights.
Which are?
We have one. We have this kid throwing down against 3 Slaghoons tonight, and
Kid.
What kid?
well, her name's Erie.
Oh, okay.
She's I say kid, but she's an elf. I don't know their ages half the time. She just looks young, and apparently she's throwing down with 3 Slaghoons.
Okay.
And then we have the main event. Some blind man that came out of nowhere. He's throwing down with the prince of the guild named Jaeger.
What's the odds on that fight for the blind man?
The blind man, it's like 6-1. No one thinks the blind man's gonna
I want to
win.
bet on the blind man.
Go on. He's saying blonde.
No, I said blind.
Oh, blind? Oh, I thought you said blonde.
Yes, we got the prince of the city, prince of the guilds versus this blind man who came out of nowhere.
Clearly, I'm betting on the blind man.
I can get behind that one.
Same here.
I was really betting on the blind.
Yeah.
Huh? It's your funeral.
No. And poor choice of words right now.
Excuse what?
Did you hear about what happened to Aston?
Yeah.
Poor choice of words right now.
Huh.
We're from there.
Well, sorry to hear that. But I didn't know.
Yeah, but you got a lot of people from Aston here.
Again, it's still a good-sized town. I don't know what, most of the times I'm not here.
I'm going for broke.
I was going to say, what are we betting, people?
But I'm going for broke.
Right?
So how much we...
I'm putting 203 gold down on the blind man.
I'm not going to go that deep.
I said I'm going for broke.
I'm going to write down these so I remember.
I mean, I'll at least leave myself my little bit of silver.
I'll put down 50.
But if I can sextuple my gold, I would definitely go for it.
Right?
You said 250?
203.
Oh, 203.
Yeah.
Oddly specific.
Well, I mean,
there,
that's all the
Alikir.
gold he
I know.
has.
I'm literally just taking the 8 pieces of silver out, setting them in another pocket, and then handing him the 203 gold pieces in the bag.
All right, and Rathbin said 50.
I'll bet half.
I'm going a little over half because I don't want to be like completely broke.
Well, mine's
Yeah.
a little under, technically.
233.
233.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, a little over half because then it leaves me 200 gold.
So a couple
Yeah.
spellings. Eerie.
I'm not worried too much about gold, except for
IRI.
dealing with trying to get Shun, on the
Slackers.
ship with us.
Oh, the Slack.
Once we're in Crystal, I know I can get
Slack
every bit
Hound.
of shit for free.
It's
Good old
SLAG
mercenary guild that
Oh,
my
okay.
parents founded.
and HUND.
I think you'll like
And
meeting
then
Ymir.
Jaeger, I assume, is A-E-Ymir.
Ymir.
JAGER.
E-R. Okay.
One of the he's a Minotaur. That's one of the guild members.
Alright, we'll see how this goes.
So he's just, All right, cool.
Didn't catch your name, sir.
It was
Oh.
Bryce.
Bryce.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
I'm Rathbin.
Good name.
I like it.
You get in the pits tonight. You look like you could take a couple of monsters.
Not tonight. Just watching tonight.
Well, if you want some excitement, go ahead and jump on in.
If we happen to be here tomorrow, I'll probably jump in, but I know I definitely can't today either.
I'm
doubt
here
we'll be
looking
here
for somebody
tomorrow.
instead, so.
It's cool. Well. So yeah, there's a 2 silver entrance fee.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
I got 2 silver, so. I got mine.
So, well, enjoy yourselves. Have fun.
Plan to. Let's go, blind man.
Definitely, let's go, blind man.
Fingers crossed who it is.
Get some random.
It's entirely possible, but highly unlikely that there's going to be 2 badass blind men in the same.
Well,
that just turned up at the same time.
we don't know that this blind man's the badass blind man.
It's just some random guy
Well,
that
that's what I'm
found
saying. So
wandering in the
fingers
woods.
crossed, this is the blind
I
man
mean,
we
what
look.
blind man is going to randomly join a fight?
Guy who owes a lot of
Against
money.
the prince of.
Right, against the prince of the city, or the guild, or whatever.
Just, keep our minds open.
Go down there. Some blind dude's like, they told me I had to do it to pay off my debts.
All right, you're in for some rough training.
So yeah, you guys get in there, and yeah, it's people selling. Like there's still people in here too, like selling weapons, selling armor, selling. They're all talking about magical. You know, everything here is supposedly magical weapons, and you know, selling drinks and food. And there's a whole just. It's like I said, it's like going to a sporting event. You know, there's. Yeah, you got people over here trying to bootleg stuff, and it's like, hey, I have this flame tongue, sword. Usually 500 gold, sell to you for 250. You know, you got all, you have all those people.
Sorry, man, we're broke.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Well, maybe next time.
Yeah. We'll see how the fights go, and then I might be back.
Don't try and buy anything magical here.
Flame tongue sword. A tongue comes out.
So yeah.
Go and find some seats.
When is this supposed to start?
Y'all have a little bit of time, like to peruse around if y'all want.
We'll try and see if we could get in to see. Well, for one, the blind man. For two.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
We'll see how that goes.
If they say no, we don't. I'm honestly going to see.
I'll say roll me an investigation and see if you can find out like how to get down to where.
That was a crappy way to roll a die. 11.
Yeah, you find a way to get down, and there is a guard there. And big minotaur, just brown hair, just chest plate, just standing guard at the door, about 7 foot, 8 foot tall, massive bull man. And he just looks down at you all just like, and who are you?
Wanted to see the blind guy.
And he just looks at you all. Why?
Because I think it's somebody I know.
Roll. He just kind of looks at you all for a second. Why would he be here?
Well, because the refugees from Aston are here. That's why.
If he's a refugee, why would he be fighting?
Why wouldn't he?
Do you think he'd be wanting to lay low for a little bit, being a refugee and all?
No, not necessarily. Refugees just mean they're fleeing something, doesn't mean they're running to hide.
No, the stupid thing would be to be a criminal and then fighting in the Colosseum.
We've had a couple of those.
I don't doubt it.
One man got slashed up by an owlbear the other day. Thought it'd be
You mean
better.
bear owl?
No, an owlbear.
Oh, we've seen bear owls.
There's no such thing.
Beg to differ.
And he's kind of.
Not helping.
Well, we saw those 2 bear owls earlier.
That may be, but you're not helping.
I'm just trying to make a friend.
Are you going to be his friend?
No one's friend.
Well,
Anyway.
It sounds like you need a friend then.
Back to the blind guy?
Roll me a persuasion. With, at disadvantage.
You rough. 9.
No one gets down to see the blind guy until later.
Okay, well, can you answer if he's got a half-elf with him?
I don't know. Some messed up looking kid with a sheep put down there.
Okay, we got the answer we need.
Yeah, and if you hadn't egged him on, we might have gone and got to see him.
Could you at least give him a message that some people are looking for him?
I'll tell him later.
Yeah. Guess go and find a seat then.
So yeah, you guys go find a seat. Right. Found seats. For time purposes, I'm skipping the Bullet Queen fight because she's not losing this fight, and
It's all pretty and fluff.
right, it's all pretty in
WWE.
well, no, like she's up there jumping through the air, multiple bullets flying. Just
This is mostly to draw the people in.
right. The next fight, on the other hand, I do have to roll for because outcome could come one of two ways.
Well, that's usually the way it works.
Okay. Okay.
And what are we watching?
I'm about to tell you. Let's roll. Okay. Maybe one more then.
Is it the lady getting mauled and eaten alive in the
Okay, so
Coliseum?
this is what happens. You watch the Bullet Queen. Like, she comes in, long, just wild red hair. Like all the audience loves her, and very gorgeous. You see why Zed fell for her. He has a type. He likes them busty and feisty. And she's over here like jumping around, shooting. She kills the 3 Ettins she's fighting with ease. You know, magical firearms and all that fun shit.
What was she fighting?
3 Ettins. I can't spell Ettin right now because I know I can't.
Ettin.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I would have somehow butchered that.
I would always butcher that. It's an Ettin.
Also known as a two-headed giant.
There you go. But then the second fight, elven chick, brunette, and monks, like kind of more leather monk gear with the bow staff. She comes out waving to everybody, and suddenly the cage is open, and these giant horned, essentially flaming tiger-looking owlbear-looking creatures
Bear owl.
come running out. And the fight starts. She comes in with her bow staff and swings high, cracking one right in the side of the head, breaking off a horn. Spinning around again, hitting another one right in the beak, and like you visibly see a crack in this thing's beak. But then suddenly the fight shifts, and one of the Slaghoon runs up and slashes and takes her knee out. Takes her out at the kneecap. Like you see the leg go flying
Ouch.
across the stage, and she's screaming as people were still cheering. And suddenly, all 3 Slaghoons start running in circles. Suddenly, a big wall of flame starts wrapping around. Now some giant tornado of flame, and the last you hear is her screaming and just roars as they're just like this. You hear these slashes, as it's ripping through her.
Ouch.
And when the flames die down, there is nothing left of this woman but cinders and her bow staff in the ring.
I'm glad I didn't put any money on her.
And people are cheering and like, and the Slaghoons start getting, essentially like prodded to get back into the underground area and their cage areas. And then, the crowd goes silent as one door is open and you hear just screams and women are yelling and some men are booing. Some people are booing, some people are screaming, and out walks this young man. Like, you would think it was a great sword, but it's bigger.
Okay.
He's in, breastplate, He comes walking out, and people are just screaming, and the announcer busts out, and enters the reigning champion of the Coliseum, the White Hunter himself, Jaeger. And kid looks maybe 18 at most. A human just walking out, just blue eyes, like silverish white hair, just, and the look on his face is complete determination. No, there's no play around, no nothing. And the crowd goes silent as they introduce the challenger, coming from parts unknown, accompanied by his sidekick, and they yell Amadeus. And you see Amadeus walk out, and you've never seen, Rathbun, Alikir, y'all have never seen him like this. Like, all his dreads pulled back, ponytail. Like, he looks fighting ready. This interesting sword on his hip. I'll say, with y'all two being more of the fighter, warrior type classes, I would say roll me intelligence.
$11 total.
12.
The bad thing is, only reason, Rathbun, you've seen a weapon like this is because someone from one of your troops, or back during training, had a sword like this. Alikir, the only reason you know this was because Drago told you about one of the his patron having a sword something like this, and she used it on him before. It's this gorgeous looking katana, and all of a sudden you see Amadeus walking out, and then from behind him comes your little brother Rathbun with his goat.
Oh, I'm gonna stand up and cheer and yell Jamfir.
And Jamfir just waves at everybody. They're cheering and laughing as he's running around the Coliseum with the goat. Just
one of the goats survived.
Hey, that's all we need is one.
And people are just cheering because, he's a very happy, kid, even though he is scarred and slightly misfigured,
Those damn goblins.
But he is completely just ready to go. This, and I'm going to roll for this fight because this fight's going to be.
Because this fight is what we got money on.
Yep. We want to do 5 rounds, see how this goes, and then I'll describe it all. Okay. So the fight starts. Jaeger draws his sword, and that is, Amadeus doesn't draw anything. He just stands there. And as Jaeger charges forward and swings the first time, and Amadeus just sidesteps with ease. And with that big sword, as soon as it hits the ground, Jaeger suddenly throws his hand out, electricity coming from his hand, and Amadeus just parries. As soon as he parries, all of a sudden it's a shot to the chest, and you see Jaeger just slide back, and Jaeger kind of looks shocked for a second, as suddenly, you know, the sword just cuts through the ground as he slides back, and as Jaeger goes to try to pick up the sword, his body's not moving, and suddenly Amadeus holds up his arm, and you start seeing this black and blue energy starting to form, and suddenly, you know, 3 shots of Eldritch Blast, just and one hits, you know, Jaeger. They all 3 hit Jaeger's center mass, like one the stomach, one the chest, and one straight to the head.
Ow.
And Jaeger just rolls back on the ground, gets up, just charges back forward. At this point, Amadeus draws his sword, dodges, swings, and Jaeger parries, and suddenly you see Eldritch Blast of his own. This like purple energy, point blank, right to Amadeus' chest, and it hits, and people just go as Amadeus flips back and lands and stands again, and just, you know, calmly wipes the dust and everything from his chest. And you see Jaeger just suddenly just puts the sword back on his back and holds up his hand, and all of a sudden you see a fireball. And as he throws the fireball and it hits point blank, an explosion, people were screaming, cheering, and suddenly out of smoke, Amadeus just appears. The flames and everything just not having any effect. And as Jaeger looks in shock, suddenly Amadeus comes in, one slash, and everything just stops. Sheathes the sword, and suddenly, right across the gut of Jaeger, blood, and like entrails, and Jaeger just hits the ground and out.
I can almost stand up and cheer.
And everyone's just cheering. And then he walks over and just kneels down and puts his hand on Jaeger. And you see a healing spell go off. Mm-hmm. And Jaeger just stands up, just like shocked. And Amadeus holds up his hand as well. People start cheering, screaming. And Jaeger just not defeated looking at all. Just kind of bows and walks off one way. And Jean-Pierre just running around still, just cheering as, you know, people were throwing coins into the audience from the audience, and he's just collecting what he can, and you see Amadeus and him walk out the back with the goat.
Now go back to the Minotaur.
Yep.
Because it's after.
Yeah, at this point, the Minotaur's not even there.
Okay.
People are all leaving and filing out. The Minotaur's like, my job's done.
Right.
He was just supposed to be the guard
During
until
the fights.
So
right.
make sure nothing bad happened.
Right. So as you guys go walking down the stairs, you do run past Jaeger. And like just the look of this kid, he is cold. Like getting a closer look at him, he's a little bit taller than what you expected, 5'10" at the most, but he's just, the air about him is very cold, very determined, very just, nothing else matters. And
so yeah, as we go by, that was a good fight, but you were kind of outmatched. Just keep going.
Hey, who's bringing up the rear in this?
I guess I will.
And like you see Jaeger just kind of turn, just look, and just keep walking.
Okay.
Like those blue eyes are just like locked on Asha, then just keeps walking.
Once we get further away, I'm gonna go. You may have made a new friend.
Oh well.
And suddenly, as you guys are walking, trying to find Amadeus' room, you can hear, your brother just, oh, that was awesome. You were just like, boom. And then there's like a lot of boom. And then, just everything was so awesome. Like lights and everything.
Guys, I found which way.
Yeah.
And as you guys round the corner, Amadeus is walking, hair back down now. And he just kind of looks up.
I will haul off at punching.
And you see him just kind of like hold his hand up and just catch it. He's like, what's your problem?
Thought you were dead.
So you swing at me.
I had to make sure you were there.
Fair enough. He gives you a hug. Wasn't sure if you left or wasn't sure if you got caught in all this or not.
I mean, kind of, yeah, but you already knew that.
There was some of it, but wasn't sure if you were coming back or not.
That wasn't the intent, but we saw smoke.
I'm sorry I couldn't help your mother.
Yeah, well, at least not everybody died.
I tried to get as many people out as I could.
But you left Luke.
I didn't know he was alive or not.
We found him.
It's good to hear. So, you two are alive as well?
I went over to Jamfir as soon as I saw him.
And he's just like, he just runs over and he hugs you. He's like, oh my God, everything was so crazy.
I heard you did some good stuff, man.
I did. I just thought what you told me to do, and I did it.
You saved a lot of people.
This is my goat. He helped too.
Well, Sean owes your goat his life.
Yeah, he does.
Be sure to tell him that.
I will. And Amadeus is just sitting there, he hasn't left me alone since we got here.
Well, at least he stuck to you instead of some other people.
This is true.
I appreciate you looking out for him.
I figure I'm still got to look out for him. Because I know you're not staying.
No, but he might be able to be a little more capable of watching out for himself now, too.
Yeah, but at this point, we're kind of all we have, so. I was gonna plan on going out and getting back into the adventuring scene again, but I need to protect people here.
It's much appreciated.
Don't worry about it. The people of the town kind of became family to me, so. Even doing the old blind man like me.
Yeah, well, you just proved to everybody in the Coliseum that you're not as incapable as you've played out to be.
Well, I kind of made that known when I fought the giant man, too.
I figured, but yeah.
And the dragon. And the woman.
Which woman?
I don't know, she's a woman. She was there when all this stuff went down. Someone had a gun, though. He was beyond my sight. Couldn't see him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was who ended up killing my mother.
Probably so. Well, if you see him, give him one for me.
Oh, most definitely. And a couple for her.
There you go. So, how long are y'all here for?
Not much longer.
Probably not much longer now.
You just at least get a rest in before you go.
We have a ship waiting for us outside of town. In the air.
You can get some sleep and you'll still be here in the morning.
Either way, whether we leave tonight or tomorrow, won't affect us too much.
No.
We need to make sure that Nilka can make it overnight.
She said she could last a while, but not days, so... If it's overnight, I would imagine she'd be okay.
I just want to double check before we just make the decision, though.
That's true.
That we still need to find out if Luke's gonna stay here or if he wants to continue on with us. I don't know yet.
Yeah, with all he's seen, it might be best if he stays, though.
Yes.
I can see both sides of it.
I mean, yeah.
Travel and work through some of the issues.
Either
or
way,
stay here and work through some of the issues.
He's gonna have to work through issues. I mean, kind of, we all are, but he got to see them.
Yes, we only caught the aftermath of it.
So.
Amadeus is just sitting there. Well, you know, it's his choice.
Yeah.
So shall we get out of this dingy cellar of a...
Yeah, we gotta go see Bryce.
Yes.
We gotta go collect our money.
And yeah, you guys go back up top. And you can already see Bryce is sitting there, sitting on the ground, just...
You win some, you lose some.
And he looks up at you guys. Just, I think y'all had an inside track on this whole thing.
No.
We just figured if a blind man's fighting, he's got to know what he's doing.
Or he had a death wish, either way.
Fine. Here's your money. There's kids and they're gold. Somehow picking the right horse. Let's get out of here. Y'all impress me.
I mean, you had to have made quite a bit of killing on the bets for the other side, though.
Yes, oh yeah, no.
I imagine you're like this anytime you lose money.
Most of the time. I hate losing.
Yeah,
I do like winning, though.
But if you're the bookie, you kind of gotta win and lose.
Yeah, I know. I still don't like losing my money, though. But anyway, go on.
Oh, shall we head to Mrs. Ember's?
Yep.
Be ready.
And Amadeus just kind of bows out. He goes, me and my so-called sidekick are going back to Zed's. He put us up there.
Yeah, we're going to have a drink with him.
You have fun with that?
Oh, yeah.
Tell Jamfear to keep his nose clean.
And he just nods. He goes, I will. I keep my face clean all the time.
Yeah, good job.
And he just kind of
I'm
nods.
strong in the family.
Clean behind your ears, too.
And him and Amadeus go walking off. And you guys make it to Mrs. Ember. So who's going through first?
I will.
I need you to make me a deck save.
Okay.
I will say with advantage because you know the roar is coming.
21.
Okay, you open the door, and the roar isn't, what scares you or what catches you, but suddenly a black dragon head comes flying at you and roars, and then just for that split second, you kind of just that slight twitch because that's nothing like you expected to show up, but it roars and like flies around like the group for a second and then goes back up and like sits back on the wall.
Is it like mounted on a plaque? Mm-hmm. That is hilarious.
It comes off the plaque and roars.
Well, I mean, does the whole plaque come off?
No, it's just the head.
That's disturbing. If the plaque came off, then you're not going to have to see the severed bit, but seeing the severed part, that's kind of disturbing.
And you see Edric just over here. He has that wide-eyed look of, the hell?
Calm down, Rick.
That was a dragon head that just came flying out the wall.
Yeah, it was a head, not the dragon.
And it just roared at us.
And you see older human lady behind the bar just kind of chuckles. She goes, welcome to Miss Embers. You met Miss Ember.
Ah,
yes.
Nice to meet her.
Don't ask me how she got the name being a black dragon, but we just kind of
went with it, I suppose.
I bought the bar. It was already called Miss Ember. She was here, so apparently every bar owner that's had this place, it stays the same name. So
I mean, you got a gimmick.
She welcomes everybody who comes through the door. Some people scream, some people pet her, some people just ignore her.
We saw screaming earlier.
Oh, she goes, oh yeah, that guy. She goes, so, I guess you're here to meet Ed. Or, not Ed, I'm sorry. Zed.
Yeah.
He's got a room up top.
Okay.
Just listen for the sobbing, singing dragon, and you'll find him.
Sobbing, singing dragon. Quite descriptive.
Yes.
Yeah, he got here about an hour ago, and one of my girls came down saying that he was already crying and drinking, and it's a sight.
Wondering what would make him cry.
Maybe he was on the other side of the bed.
True.
Possibility.
True.
You see Edric kind of thing.
Shall we go to the sobbing dragon?
I don't want to go up there to that.
Why not?
I don't want to see a big sobbing dragon, man. I'm just gonna.
I bet if we knock on the door, it stops pretty quick.
I'm just gonna chill down here.
No, I think we need to stay together.
At least in pairs.
You guys want me to stay down here?
Edric's like, I can take care of myself.
It's less about that.
I need a beer anyway.
And just trust me, I got this. Go up there, have fun. I want to do is sit at the bar.
Well, I can sit at the bar too.
Do you have any money?
I have a little bit.
I got you.
Go. Sorry you're always doting on me. Just go. Let me prove I can take care of myself a little bit.
What do you guys think?
Well, really, it's less about whether or not you can take care of yourself and more about whether or not somebody sends something that chases specifically you and grabs your face.
Oh yeah, that.
They're going to send another one?
We don't know.
I don't know.
Where there's one, there's many.
Roll me a persuasion.
25.
And also, you see him go from kind of being confident to like almost like shrinking on himself. It's like, oh god, there might be another one.
There might be another one.
We need to go then.
Come on, let's go.
We don't need a drink. We just need to go.
Oh, you saw how big this guy is. Be safe with him.
Yeah, you saw that thing too.
Yeah, we
We
did.
took care of it.
What if it sends more? What if it
Then
sends
we
more
got
one?
him.
What if it sent like 20?
Then we run. We got an airship.
Yeah, we ran last time and it caught us.
No, you ran.
It caught you. It specifically caught you.
Yeah, so that's 20 of them after me.
Now here's the thing, though. Did they find you before or after we put that charm on you, too?
Oh yeah, the charm.
Because the last place that they know you were.
Was there.
See, I can't be alone then, because if this things show back up, I gotta run, and y'all got you're my
All right,
protector.
let's
Let's go. And he's already like, he tried to be brave. Y'all turned him paranoid.
That wasn't the goal, but okay.
Better for him to be a little paranoid than cocky.
True.
Let's go find the sobbing, singing dragon, guys.
Can we hear him from here?
Oh yes, as soon as y'all walk up the stairs, you can just hear him just singing away. Just like he's singing like it's like a mix of love songs and like the tear in my beer type songs, but he's singing them all in Draconic, so it makes it even worse.
But we can all speak
Yeah,
Draconic.
but we can also hear the cacophony.
Right.
Sounds like it may not be the other side of the bet.
Nope. Wonder if something happened with the wife.
Well, let's find out.
And he's like, enter.
Walk in there.
And you see him on the couch with his sword beside him, like he's like arm around it, like it's someone. And he's like, "Oh, it's you guys. Come on in. Just shut the door. Sit down. Sit down."
Okay.
And he's like, "You remind me so much of her." And he already starts
Oh no.
bawling. It's like the only woman I've ever loved. And just.
What happened?
Well, you see, I went there one time and, got a little handsy, and so she cut out my eye.
Ah.
I fell in love right there, and it was love at first cut. And but then she said she couldn't be with me, and so I married my wife now, and she's not as pretty. And just, and you've seen his wife. His wife is gorgeous, and.
This is not where I thought this was going.
No. I'm kind of glad it went this way, though.
I'm not.
And he's like, he holds up a glass and he's just like, "To Sylmita," and just
Drink to that.
and like he holds up his glass, and as soon as you clink, he pours it in a bigger glass and then like fills it up with more, and then just like downs the entire thing.
Oh.
How many of those have you had?
And sorry if I missed the first toast, but out of respect to her, I will skip it because she cut me off as one of the last things she ever said to me.
She cut me off multiple times.
Different cutoff. Sorry. Colloquialism.
And he's like,
She told me I wasn't allowed to drink anymore.
yes, I had like I lost count after 12.
That's kind of what I wondered.
I think it might have been 11-7.
I think that's right.
It's good math.
You see Edric over there, he like picks up one of the glasses, it's kind of still, it's like, oh, no, not drinking that. Andrew's like, mm-mm.
It's okay, I drank the one. That's probably all I'm drinking, but I drank the one.
And he's sitting there, and, like, he goes, the only one who understands how I feel is the sword.
He understands.
She was there, too.
Ah.
So was the knife.
Yeah, but the knife's not mine. It doesn't understand the same feelings.
Probably understands my mother's feelings.
He goes, well, you talk to the knife and tell it that I loved its owner, and like he is like just going on. And then he picks up another bottle and just starts going, just drinking. And then launches the bottle across the room.
Yep.
You good?
He goes, I'll get over it. I promise. I'll get over all this. And
Did you not know she was dead?
I knew afterwards, but I wasn't going to let myself have any feelings. And this happens. And he just starts.
This is a safe space. Let it all out.
And he gets up. He goes, you know what? I'm just getting so mad because.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, just want to rage.
No.
And just destroy stuff.
No. Safe space.
You can do that in the Coliseum, but not here.
And like, you gotta start noticing for a second, like, the room actually started like rising in temperature when he was getting worked up. He's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what? Go out to the Coliseum.
Okay.
Go fight me a dragon. And then he just turns, all of a sudden just like takes one step and just all of a sudden
Not one that can't save.
and like he hits that floor hard.
Snoring.
Are there any blankets nearby to at least cover him up?
Oh yeah. They've had this problem up here. Like this, like you could, like it actually on the wall said Zed's room. So
Special fireproofing.
And yeah, there's blankets in there. And
We'll cover him up with a blanket, make sure he stays toasty.
Ah.
And Edris is sitting there like, that's a big dragon, man, to be falling asleep here.
You know,
We're not getting him anywhere else.
I can't carry him.
I can't carry him.
I don't even think we could carry them all together.
Shall we go back to his house?
Yes.
Let's go.
And we go back to Zed's while he's sleeping in the bar.
And
As we get down, though,
we'll let her know. Hey, he's passed out up there now.
And she's like, yeah, I heard the thump.
Yeah.
That usually means he's asleep. I usually go up there and put a blanket on him.
he's got a blanket.
Yeah, we already took care of that.
Oh, okay, so I'll go up there and bring him another bottle for in the morning. So any more drinks for y'all? Or
I think I'm good.
I'm fine for now.
Edris is,
Sure you don't want a beer?
No, I'm good.
That wasn't what he was drinking at all.
I'm still good. No, I realize alcohol is not for me.
Is it just from him, or?
Yeah, sure. And he just goes walking. He's like, let's go.
Gonna have to figure that one out.
Trying to think if he's had a beer with us before.
I don't think so. I've never
can't
seen
remember.
him drink.
No, because
When we were at the Corkscrew, it was just you and me. Or no,
he went back with her.
yeah, it was just you and me at the bar.
Mm-hmm. When I got cut off.
So we're following him having this
Right.
conversation. And I don't remember him having one at Sin's bar either.
No?
Nope. He was just staring at all the girls.
He was doing that. And blushing.
He told me I was not staring at the women.
Oh, and
Okay.
there you see the ears now.
Yes. Okay, so maybe not staring, but you were at least glancing at them.
Was not.
Oh, and there's
Saw
the
you look
cheeks
up.
now.
And he's like, no, I wasn't staring at any of them.
Insight check.
Maybe not so much staring at them as
23.
looking at the parts that were revealed.
He's lying. And all of a sudden, he's like, I wasn't looking. And all of a sudden, suddenly, out of his back comes these giant flaming wings.
Oh, that's new.
That's new.
And he's like,
Hey, put those away.
oh crap. Oh hell.
When were you going to tell us about those?
I wasn't planning. Oh crap. And like the flames finally like disappear, and there's these giant. They look like phoenix like wings. These reds and purples and yellows and hell. And you see him just sitting there, just like, Yeah.
We're in the middle of the street when this happened, right?
Yes. Now everybody's just like looking and gawking, and
That's funny.
like his wings are just out, and he's like giving off this like radiant glow to him.
So we got you. Badly, I
Again.
see.
When did this happen?
Oh,
Always.
Always.
I mean, there have been signs that things were not normal.
No, I get that, but it's like, you could have at least warned us
Wonder about what? That I'm an Asimar.
about the fact that flaming wings could have shot out and hit us.
I'm in control over it.
Apparently
Not
not.
that much.
Well, just got worked up. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that what it was?
Don't
It
you
was
start
very
with
worked up.
Don't start with me.
Well, it's a good thing it didn't happen at Sins then.
It was very worked up here. Clearly, they can't get him worked up as much as we can.
Actually, I'll put it this way. If it happened at Sins, they may not have charged him.
That is true.
What? What are you talking about?
All those women normally charge for anything. But they may have been impressed enough to let you have some for free.
I'm not going there. No, not going there. I'm not that. I'm a prince. I have.
No, you're not.
Quiet.
He's like,
Come on, Rick.
and like the
Put
wings.
them away and let's go.
The wings is finally just like literally like they burn up.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, let's go. And he's got a head down, just walking really, really fast. And like people are pulling, like talking to y'all as y'all walk by. He's like, those are flaming wings, weren't they?
It was
Yeah.
an illusion.
Perhaps.
That was awesome.
Yeah. We like to push his buttons.
What was he? What is he? How can I get
A
something like those?
magician.
Can you make those wings for like? Oh, I gotta go talk to the mages, see if I can get those wings made. People are running off now.
Oh, they don't want me to help them get flaming wings?
Trying to figure out how to get flaming wings. God damn it. And yeah, you get back to Zed's place.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, at this point, you know, people have all gone to their rooms, and like Zed has a big enough house that people
Can stay there.
And as y'all come walking through, you see his wife sitting on the throne, just spinning her gun around and like pointing at things, and like she looks like absolutely bored. And she looks up. Are you with the people here?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Shows the West Wing is where all your people are.
Okay.
You okay?
Bored.
I get it.
Zed's passed out at the bar.
Of course he is a stupid idiot. Going on about some woman in Emberhelm. Well, not Emberhelm, but in Aston.
Yeah, we might have caught some of that.
I'm sorry that the place burned down. I really am. I don't wish that on anybody. But that woman wasn't that gorgeous or anything. And like she just kicks up one of her legs, just puts it on like one of the dragon teeth, and just.
Yeah. Also, that woman had absolutely no interest in him.
Oh, I know. I confronted her one time about it, and
she probably had quite a bit more interest in you.
She says, "Oh no, we had fun. Believe me. That's why I don't understand why he keeps going on about it."
That's really more than I needed to know about my mother's love life.
She goes, "Oh, so you're the child?"
Yeah.
She goes, "I see the resemblance."
But yeah. No, I don't get it.
And she just sits there and, "Oh, well, let him sleep it off."
I could stab him in the other eye.
Because then my husband can't see.
I mean, then how can he tell if somebody's beautiful or not? He knows you are.
I like the way you think, though. But no. We still need him to defend the town if something bigger comes.
I mean, have you seen Amadeus, though?
Oh,
can't
yes, the
see
gorgeous
either.
blonde man.
Yeah.
So I tried to talk to him to come back and have a couple of drinks with me. He said no. Shocking.
Why?
She was like, "Look at me."
He can't.
And she just stops for a second. Oh, yeah, touche. And she kind of she chuckles at that one. She goes, "I'm sitting here thinking the whole time he wasn't attracted to me, and then I realized he can't see."
No. So, small talk does really nothing around him.
She goes, "I might have to go talk to him again then."
I mean, that's between you and him.
And she just starts looking around at you guys. And she's like, "I saw you in the crowd."
Yeah.
And she's just kind of looking around. She goes, "Especially I recognized you. Don't really see many Shatter Kai around here."
No, not many. Probably one of the only others that you've ever seen would have been my father.
She goes, "Your father?"
Yes. Raytheon.
She goes, "Oh, him." She goes, "Great fighter. Pretty decent archer, too."
Yes, he's who I learned from.
She goes, "Did you learn everything from him?"
Not everything. He still has some secrets even he kept from me.
Like, how tall is Alikir?
I think 6 foot even.
Okay, she's a little bit shorter than you. As she stands up and starts walking down from the throne. And she like gets uncomfortably close. And she's like, so what are you doing tonight?
Well, I was actually going to be checking in with some of the other villagers, see if I could find specific survivors. See if anybody else I know actually survived.
She goes, okay. She goes, well, have a good night.
You as well, ma'am.
She goes, it's Killen. K-I-L-O-N. Just so, you know. And she goes, and you three are?
Rathbun.
Alikir.
Asha. And then Rick.
So yeah, you guys make it back to, or you guys are there talking to Killen. And yeah, she is all up in Alikir's
business.
Did your daddy teach you everything?
Dear God, I wouldn't want my dad to teach me that. That'd be pretty awkward.
The bad thing is, I can see this being the conversation as we walk off.
Because she's already,
yeah, that was in character to her.
yeah, she's already strutting off. She strutted off, and Edric's sitting here just like he has that look of just like looking at everybody, just like, what just happened here?
That conversation we had where you know your wings popped out.
Shut up.
That.
Shut up.
Well,
That never happened.
kind of that.
Well, same lines.
Well, more she was hitting on him.
Yeah, but same general topic.
I mean, vague topic.
I'm going to bed. Where's my room?
I don't know.
Somewhere on the West Wing.
And he just starts walking off.
Is he even going
I was
towards the
gonna
West
say, is he
Wing?
going the right way?
You know, I gotta see. Let's see. He is actually. I actually rolled high enough. Like he's just kind of stomping off this. I know you hear the door shut.
Well, before we follow him,
I hope there was no one in that room, too.
Just hear a faint scream.
Should one of us go talk with Nilka?
Probably.
Who wants to stay here with Rick?
Well, I did drink that shot, so I think I'll stay.
Okay.
Because I don't want to try and climb the ladder, because I saw what that did to him. I can still walk, but I don't know that I can climb a ladder.
There's only one way to find out.
I don't want to find out tonight.
I'll definitely say I'll go. I have a feeling if I stay here, trouble will get started.
Alright, let's go, Alikir.
Yeah, and I'm going to go try and see if he just went into a closet or what.
You find him in a closet, he's just like, I'm not coming out.
You're high or low?
Hi.
Okay, we'll find out.
When it comes to my turn.
Yep. So, Alikir, Rathbun, you two go walking out. You can hear, like, as you get closer to the entrance, you hear a scuffle. And, like, you hear somebody get punched. Suddenly you hear, it's like, leave us alone. Okay, we're sorry, man. And all of a sudden, this here.
Should we go see what's going on?
Say, how far away from where we are does it sound?
Not too far. Maybe a couple rows back, a row of tents back.
Well, at least check it out from a distance. See what we can see.
Start heading that way.
Now the question is, are y'all being stealthy, or are y'all just gonna...
No, I was about to say, as we get within eyesight, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's going on?
And you come around the corner, and you see Luke holding some dude, like, by the neck, and just, like he just stopped when y'all came around the corner. You see other people just laid out.
Luke, what's going on?
And he just lets the guy go and just turns around. Just out for a walk. And the guys try to take money from me, so...
I don't think they're going to take money from you right now.
And they usually, like, this dude that he was holding is, like, bloody. Like, that was, by the time y'all got there, that wasn't the first hit.
No, definitely not. Well, Luke, why don't you come with us for now, and at least in numbers, less people will try to take your money so you don't have to do this again.
Roll me a persuasion.
16.
So yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just angry. Trying to go somewhere, just be by yourself a little bit, and people won't leave you alone. Keep hearing things, and
What are you hearing?
this is just voices. I don't get it. I don't know where it's coming from.
What are the voices saying?
Sometimes it's just murmurs, but then sometimes it's actually just noise. Just lots of just. And he's just like, I'll get over it. Let's just go.
Put a pin in that, and we'll come back to that, Luke.
Yeah. And suddenly, as he walks, he grabs his head and screams. And I need you both to make wisdom saves for me.
Hope it's a low DC. 10.
12.
It is not low DC.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Suddenly, Luke screams, and suddenly, in your head, you get flashes of Aston, and you feel the pain of seeing the rapier come through his back out the front of his chest, him spinning around, like trying to fight Bacchus, and like suddenly the Bacchus slashing through his spear, like with ease. Then you feel the fear of him like freaking out because he knows he can't win. Him picking up a sword trying to fight Bacchus, and the sword shattering again from Bacchus' swing. And roll me another wisdom.
That's better. 23.
9.
Suddenly you come out, Raspin. It's like you get pushed back as you see Luke sitting there screaming, holding his head, and this dark purple aura just releasing itself around him.
That's not good.
And the bad thing is, Alikir's in the middle of this, just standing there, like this purple energy shooting out of his eyes. And Alikir, on your end of things, you're seeing Luke like running, like yelling, "Get out of here! Get out of here!" People run, and you watch as you see people running into Gil's and his father's place. And suddenly you see a dude come flying out. And more people go running in, and you can hear the clashing of swords, and that you can still feel that raw, just fear of him just, running, just scared. And you can just hear the chink, 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 as Bacchus walking behind him. And as he's running, falling over, trying to get to his feet and stumbling. And as he rolls over, like trying to, back away, you suddenly see this giant, red drake come flying past. And just like flame, shooting flames out, like catching stuff on fire as it flies by. Raffin. Yeah, you see Luke just sitting here, just in there, just screaming. And you're seeing stuff like floating around him.
I'm afraid to touch him. Afraid I'll get sucked back in, so I'll try and yell and get either Luke or Alikir's attention.
Who are you yelling for?
I'll start with Alikir.
What are you saying? Are you yelling at him?
I'm just yelling, Alikir, can you hear me? Are you okay?
Give me another wisdom, but you do have advantage now because someone's trying to pull you out of this.
Good thing for the advantage on that. 16.
And suddenly you blink your eyes and you are tossed in the air. Like good 10 feet, like up and out. Your dex is high enough, you just kind of roll and get to your feet. Like any other situation, this would look cool. You flipping out, like you getting thrown out and just like backflipping and landing on your feet. But at the moment you're sitting there, now you're out seeing Raffin, and you see Luke just like on his knees, just screaming. Like his red hair just flowing up, it's all straight up.
We got a problem.
Yes, very much so, but I'm kind of glad this happened with us and not those other villagers.
Yeah.
And like you do see people running out of tents now because their tents are starting to lift off. They're like stakes are starting to rip out the ground and starting to lift in the air.
I don't want to touch him because I'm afraid we'll get sucked back in.
I'm afraid we're going to have to because I think we might have to knock him unconscious to get him to stop right now unless we... Do you think you can get him to stop simply by talking?
I can try. I can hand you a metal javelin that you can conk him over the head with.
Don't worry about that. I've got something I can do to be able to knock him out.
Okay.
So, what are you about to do?
I'm afraid to go any closer. Or is there still distance between me and the aura now?
Yeah, it's staying contained to about like 10 feet off of him. But everything in that 10-foot area is floating and just kind of swirling in.
Oh, I'll get as close as I reasonably and safely can to that aura while, trying to avoid the stuff that's flying around maybe on the outer edge.
Well, nothing's flying on outside of this bubble. Everything is just like almost like contained right there.
I'll come up to the edge of it and yell out and see if Luke can hear me.
And he's... Let me see. And he's just sitting here just... And like you see him just throw his hand out to the side and you see stuff just go like rocketing out. And like, you hear people screaming as stuff's like this stuff is moving fast enough to start going through like walls, and you see him just like he's just and like throws his hand out again, and stuff starts going the other direction. People screaming some more,
Luke, if you're in there, hey, it's okay. You're having a flashback. Come back to us. I don't want to have to do what's about to happen.
And you see him just kind of... And like, you see him just turn towards you. And all of a sudden, just does this, like, puts his hand out to the side.
You don't want to do this.
And suddenly, like, from one of the tents, a spear just comes out, and he just grabs it. And just, he just gives a flourish and just gets in a fighting stance. And suddenly, the aura suddenly all contracts into him. And he's just sitting there, just...
I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
He's like, I'll kill you.
Luke?
And, like, it's initiative.
Oh, boy.
All right.
10.
Dirty 20.
All right, so Alikir, you're up first. You see Luke's just he still has this purple glow around him, but it's all been concentrated in on himself now.
I hate to have to do this, Luke, but I'd rather see you hurt me than anybody else here in this town right now. And I'm gonna move forward and swing in with Destiny's Song, but trying to hit him with the flat of the blade, almost just to, like, smack some sense into him.
Okay.
$10 total.
And as you come swinging in, like, he spins the spear around and just parries out the way. And just, like, this is the Luke you remember, but, like, the speed, the strength that he had, this is the Luke you know, but it's not Luke at the same time. And Raffin, you're up.
Alright. We will try and do Compelled Duel. It's a DC 14 Wisdom save.
And suddenly you see the energy in his eyes, and he just looks right at you. It worked.
We don't have to do this.
And he says, Bacchus. And
Not Bacchus, and I'll, like Alikir, I'm gonna attack. I'll use the pommel of my
Okay.
longsword.
roll the hit.
$23.
Oh, that's a hit. With the pummel, I would say probably a D4.
Okay.
Because it's literally the...
Of course.
Plus your strength.
Max damage. That's 10 damage.
Damn, what's your strength?
Plus 6, because I have proficiency.
Oh no, it should. What's your
Not
strength?
adding
What's your
proficiency?
not
4.
with damage? With damage, it's only your.
Your
It's
strength.
showing.
Yeah.
My fighting style, because I had a +2 because I'm fighting with a sword and shield.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, okay. I was just making sure. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Like
You
that.
clocked him good.
And yeah, you haul off, And he just turns his Bacchus, and all of a sudden, wham! Like to the side of the head, and you rock the fuck out of Luke. And he just shakes, and it's just like you see the anger goes to like him being scared for a second.
Not Bacchus is all I'm gonna yell.
And all of a sudden he's like, "Ah!" And he comes running in.
This may not have been a good idea.
Well,
but at least he's fighting me and not other people.
yeah.
But I mean, you got the good armor right
That's
now.
why.
so-
That's part of why I did it.
And he comes like a jumping slash in. And what's your AC?
21.
He hits. For 11 points of damage as he comes in and the spear hits, and suddenly you feel like a force of energy like slam into you too and push you back. And yeah, that's his turn. And he's just sitting there, like, some of these stabs, and like you just feel like this telekinetic energy just shoot through you and like push you back. And he's just still sitting there. He's like, I'll kill you! And Alikir, you're up.
I'm gonna get around behind him and just try to hit him with the pommel of Destiny's Song in the back of the head.
You will have advantage because he is not looking at you and not even focused on you. And
15.
you hit.
I rolled crappy.
Still hit. So just a D4 because it's the pommel.
6 damage altogether.
Not bad.
I rolled a 1 on damage.
I think that's what he was trying to roll.
I was hoping.
Time you want to warn.
And you just like,
I got
wham!
Max.
And he staggers forward, and like he turns, and like you can see the look on his face was like, he's like, no, not again. He's like, you won't get me a second time. And he kind of like tries to spit himself to look at both of you. And Raffin, you're up.
I'm just gonna yell at him. We're not Bacchus. We don't have to fight. And if that doesn't work, I guess I'm gonna do another pommel strike.
Are you going to use your action to talk to him? I mean, this will be your action to actually try to get through, if you're trying to literally get through to him.
I'll go ahead and use my action then.
Okay. And you see him, he's sitting there, he starts holding his head. It's like, and he screams again, and suddenly throws his hand out. And suddenly you feel like, it feels like something's holding you by the throat, like choking. And suddenly he just kind of, so you see his eyes, the purple energy leaves. And he just like lets go. And you just suddenly see this like calm again as everything starts falling out the sky. And he just drops to his knees. Just, what have I done?
It's okay. Don't worry about that right now. Are you okay?
What? And like he's just looking around, and you see his hair's always been kind of spiked up and everything, but you're starting to see purple, like weird little purple streaks through it. And on his arms, you're seeing these weird magic like lines, like purple energy going through his arms and up his neck, and then they finally just kind of go away.
Well, definitely don't know what that was, but I'm not going to press you on it.
I don't even know what that was.
It's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, we don't need just a I'm good. Are you okay? What's going on?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You mentioned voices. What are the voices telling you when you can understand them?
They're not telling me anything. They're other people talking. I can hear other people. I've been hearing other people talk. That's how I knew those guys were planning on jumping me and stealing my stuff.
So you told us a half-truth. You said they already jumped you.
I heard them planning on...
I get that.
So I knew they were coming.
As soon as he says that he is starting to hear other people's thoughts, I'm going to start like blocking my mind of anything that might set him off of who's with us. If he's saying he can hear other people's thoughts, I'm going to be thinking about anything and everything else.
Roll me an intelligence.
16?
Okay.
Oh, 17, sorry.
Okay. And he's just sitting here. He's like, it doesn't happen all the time. It comes and goes. It just... And he starts to sit there. He's like, what am I doing? What? He's like, I can't stay here. I'm dangerous. I can't. He goes, I can't stay here. I'm dangerous.
How about you come with us then?
He goes, and do what? Put you guys in danger as well?
We can at least help you try and figure this out.
That and I already put myself in danger, so wouldn't be any different.
Yes. And what about Rick? I know he's not Rick. I know who he is, but I'm not saying that. But what about him?
What about him?
He's the key to all this. If you bring me with you, I can put him in danger as well.
How?
And he motions around and he goes, look at what I did.
And look, we handled it. He can help you figure this out.
This time. What if I can't control it next time? What if you can't get to me?
What if you can? We don't know. We don't know what this is. We may be able to find somebody who may be able to know or to figure out what's going on and may be able to help. If anything, I mean, we could talk with Amadeus. He's an old adventurer. He might know something.
Yes. And if not, you could always possibly travel with us to Crystal Dell. I'm sure someone there would know.
Alright. Rapping. Roll me a persuasion. With advantage, because you got Alikir talking to help.
Good, I'm actually good at this one. I'm glad I had that. 23, because otherwise it was a 3 on the die.
Oh, nice. And you're really willing to help me do this.
Guard sticks together, man.
Alright, fine. I can't stay here either. I can't let them
I
get her.
understand. But you kept it together the whole way from Aston with us. We can figure this out.
Yeah. And you see people just kind of staring at this, as you guys get him back to his feet. And on down the street back toward still going to Nilka.
Mhm.
Well, before we leave, I'm gonna ask the other guys, we good here?
People around just shake their head, yeah. Like, one guy's like, just get him out of here.
Planned on it, just making sure you weren't gonna do anything stupid.
No, we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
appreciate it.
They let you guys they let you leave. They're like, get out of our shanty town. Go.
I'll keep an eye out behind us as we go, just to see if anyone's paying any extra attention, like they might want to get some revenge.
I'm gonna have Luke walking right next to me the whole way, though.
So far, no.
So we'll make our way back to the airship to find Nilka.
So, are you taking all three of y'all up there, or?
How do you want to do this? You want me and Luke to stay down here while you go find Nilka?
Yeah, I'll
Probably quicker up the rope ladder than us.
climb up real fast, let her know, hey, it'll be probably early to mid-morning when we'll be taking off, and I'll give her about 50 gold, like, if you and your crew want to go get some drinks at one of the bars in town here.
And she looks at you, looks at the money. Thanks, but don't drink while I'm on the job.
Understandable.
I'm not a pirate. But we'll stay here. We'll stay afloat.
Much appreciated.
I understand. Family is kind of important.
Yes, and at least some of them have been partially reunited.
Understandable. But yeah, no, I'll stay.
Okay. We'll see you in the morning then. We're
Very
gonna
well.
go stay with the rest of the villagers.
Have a good night.
You as well. And about how high is the ship hovering off the ground?
30 feet.
Yeah, screw it, I'll do it. I'm just gonna dive and go into a tuck and roll at the bottom.
Roll your acrobatics.
Dirty show off.
12.
He tuck and rolls all of a sudden. As soon as he lands, you land, but you land with the tuck. The roll not so much. And as soon as you land, it's that whole. And it's that whole. It's like a tuck and flop. Because in Raffin, you watch Alikir just jumps out, rolls all of a sudden, wham! And just lays there on the ground. I'm not gonna calculate the damage because you're
damage.
You're about to rest.
Yeah.
But
Raffin's just slow clapping. Just had show off.
Still worth it.
Was it though?
Yes.
and
Luke and I just start walking while he collects himself.
Looks like, is he gonna be okay?
He's still breathing, still talking. He's good. It's not the first time he's done something like that.
And won't be the last.
So we rewind time a little bit.
And now,
Come over to Asha.
yep.
You walk up the stairs after Edric.
Mm-hmm.
And you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting down in a closet. Just sitting there.
Do you want to go find a bed?
This is my room now. I like it. It's comfy.
Well, let's scoot over.
No, it's only room for one.
I want to sit in there regardless.
There's not enough room in here for the both of us. Why are you in here with me?
You got some issues.
She doesn't know half of it.
What do you mean?
Um,
Of course I have issues. My uncle's trying to kill me. My uncle put me in a damn tower. Apparently I'm a warlock with a pact with a giant flaming bird. And now, when I popped out my Aasimar wings, guess what? They're phoenix colored. They weren't phoenix colored at first. They were white.
good to know.
So yeah, issues isn't the half of it.
You want to keep talking?
No,
Good, because you're going to.
I'm not. I want to sit in my room in peace.
No, because I'm not leaving.
This room is not big enough for the both of us.
Well, I'm going to stay in here until you figure out what's going on. Because clearly... Do you have any other secrets then? Besides,
I wasn't supposed to tell anybody I was an Aasimar.
I mean...
Not until coordination when my wings popped out and I show everyone I'm king.
Okay. Right.
That's how my dad did it. That's how everyone else did it.
What, is your dad an Aasimar?
He is.
Neat. Is your uncle?
I don't think so.
Just out of curiosity, is this known?
That an Aasimar.
Yeah.
Roll of history.
Probably don't know. 11.
You have no idea.
Yeah. So. Well. So, other than the fact you're an Aasimar, and we were giving you hell, and made you lose your temper, and your wings popped out. Have they ever done that before?
No, I'm always in control of them. So I can't show them until I was king, because people would look at me different, but...
Okay. I mean, you have wings. Big deal. But, on the upside, that might help when the Warforged things, if more of them come after you, then you could at least get airborne.
Because I can't fly for long, though. That's the problem.
I mean, you can fly for a while, though, can't you? Enough to get away for a minute.
It's only for like a minute.
I mean, that's better than not.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't show up again.
I'm really hoping not, because we did not handle that first one too well.
No, we didn't.
So, yeah. Anything else you're having issues with?
No, just this. The reason I have an issue is just I'm ready to go home.
Me too.
I want to end this.
Yeah.
If I have to be king, I'm king, but...
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
I'm just tired. Just tired of hiding who I am.
I understand that. Well, I don't really, but because I don't have to. But I can relate to the problem of, not being seen for who you are. But we're trying. So after Crystal Dale, what else is left in your pilgrimage?
At the Crystal Dell, I go home.
And we have to fight Bacchus.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Me too. After what Amadeus said.
He's captain of a guard. I mean, he's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm. He will. But if we don't take him down, who else will?
You're right.
So, you wanna go find a real room?
Yeah, no, that's fine. And about this time, Alikir and Rathbun come up the stairs with Luke.
Is everything good here? Looked like a closet.
No.
Oh, okay.
And Edric just kind of walks out and is like, I'm ready to get this done with. So let's get some sleep so we can
So that makes like 5 of us.
So let's get some sleep so we can get this going.
Yep.
And with that, everyone goes to their rooms.
And before we go to bed, I'll let Asha know we'll have some things to discuss on the ship tomorrow. I have a feeling Luke will probably still be coming with us.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to let the others get to sleep and then we kind of catch everybody up amongst us.
We could do it that way, yes. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get Edric and Luke off to sleep and then catch her up on what happened.
So if y'all want to talk amongst yourselves at this point, go for it.
So, yeah, something happened on the way to Nilka's. Probably kind of gathered that with Luke being with us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's different about him. He had this purple glow about him.
And
I don't know about Alikir, but I saw flashbacks to when he was in Aston and the rapier going through his chest.
when he was fighting against Bacchus and the Drake that showed up, everything.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think that was right before you called me out of it. But he was also talking about how now he hears people's thoughts.
Yeah.
When we found him, he was actually
beating
down
thieves to a bloody pulp.
I mean,
because he heard them talking about wanting to jump him in their minds.
that is odd.
And he also knows who Rick is.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if most of this town knows who Rick is, really.
Yes.
The thing about it is most of the hunters probably won't say anything.
Now Zed'll keep it under wraps as best he can.
So, you think Amadeus might be able to help figure out what's going on with Luke? I know he talked about wanting to go back to adventuring. Maybe he's seen something in his travels.
I mean, he'd be the best one to ask. That I know, anyway. I don't know if they've got anybody here that would know about hearing voices.
Our next best bet might be to ask Zed if he knows anybody who might. I don't know. I mean, definitely try Amadeus first.
Yeah. Anyway, he's here asleep somewhere, so I think everything's gonna have to wait till morning.
It would be morning.
Yeah, I told Nilka it would probably be mid-morning to midday before we'd be heading out.
Yeah. So, We have a busy morning ahead of us.
Yeah, and Luke is not entirely thrilled about traveling with us. He's concerned about putting us in danger, so anything we can do to help calm those fears of
I
his.
mean, if he knows everything, then he probably knows that Rick puts him in just as much danger. Whether or not he's willing to admit it is totally different.
Yeah, he was more concerned about putting him in danger, though.
Yes.
So Luke's heart's in the right spot, at least.
So yeah. Anyway, in a worst case scenario, Rick can fly for a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of wondered if he might be able to.
Apparently not for long, but for a little bit.
Hey, anytime's more time than I can.
I share that.
And about this point, as you guys are sitting there talking, suddenly a purple glow is starting to pulsate behind you.
Uh-oh.
Behind me.
Behind you guys.
Uh-oh. Last time we saw a purple glow. I'm gonna just kind of reach for my shield.
And as y'all turn around and look, you see Luke floating off his bed, like 3 inches off the bed. He's covered in this purple light.
Detect magic. Or, well, the sight. The Eldritch sight, so. Which is detect magic.
It's not magic.
Whatever it is, it isn't magical.
It's a good thing he's not sleeping on an airship that's moving.
Yes.
And yeah, he's just floating there, just stiff, but he's asleep.
Should we take watches tonight?
Does he look relaxed still? Like, at least
Yeah.
facial expression? Okay. Well, I don't think he's reliving any of the bad dreams right now. Any of the bad memories.
Should we take watches?
Just in case, to make sure that nothing happens, yes.
I'll take the first one. You guys get some rest.
I mean, I'm good on spells and whatnot if things happen to go wrong.
It's up to you.
I can take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second watch.
So yeah, night comes. Between each shift, the most that happens is Luke might turn like some weird rotisserie,
Floating rotisserie.
Ding.
Oh, gotta
Power's
turn to
done.
that side.
But the whole night goes through, and by Rathbun's shift, Luke has was dropped back down to the bed, and the glow is gone. And you guys wake up in the morning, ready for this new day.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Breakfast?
Yes.
Very much so.
Let's see if Zed's back from his,
Stupor?
Yes.
I mean, we can.
And you walk down to the main hall in the morning. No Zed.
No Zed. What about the villagers?
No. They've all gone out and trying to put together some kind of normalcy.
Okay. More to the end of the point, what about Amadeus?
He's sitting on the steps waiting on you guys, along with the goat. And
I'm gonna sneak up behind Jamfir and rub his head, tousle his hair.
and he just spins around real quick. He's like, "You're sneaky. How you doing that?"
You didn't hear the clank, clank, clank coming up behind you?
Nowadays it's like he never hears anything. And he goes, "Go play. You know, the adults have some business to talk." He's like, "Okay."
tell Jamfir I'll be down in a second after we finish up here.
Yes, come on, goat. And they will go running down the stairs.
Does that goat have a name?
I don't know. I'd have to ask Jamfir. He's never told me. Now I feel like a crappy big brother. I don't even know what his pet goat's name is.
Sorry. Just was curious. Didn't mean to make you feel bad.
And Amadeus looks at you guys. So, what's December look for?
Yeah, something's going on with Luke.
How so?
Purple energy, flashbacks that are affecting other people, can hear other people's thoughts.
Floating.
Yeah, floating while asleep. Not magical.
No, it isn't magic.
I had a friend like that.
Had?
Well, we don't really talk much.
Okay. I wasn't sure which way that had went.
Well, yeah, she was kind of in the same boat. She was a psionic. Went around with me and Asha, and
Not me. That would be my dad.
Did a lot with Asha. Like, a lot with Asha.
See, and this is why I don't care about these stories. I find out so much about my parents' love lives. My mom slept with Zed's wife. You know.
Asha just slept around.
I hear. At some point, he slept with my mother.
Apparently, she got pissed off when she found out that she and Asha weren't a thing.
That's weird because she wasn't really into women.
No,
Or not men.
sure.
She was really more into...
Not your mother.
Oh, not my mother?
No.
Oh. Your friend.
My friend.
So, how'd she learn to control her powers? Because I think that's his biggest problem right now, or do you know?
All I know is she was from... There's a floating island with apparently groups of psionics.
Any details on where it is, or
I really don't know.
somewhere out there in the world?
She didn't really talk about it much.
Well, at least that gives him some hope.
And you see Luke sitting there just like, I've been an orphan as long as I remember.
No?
So you're telling me I'm a psionic?
Evidently, it's what the signs are pointing towards. It would
Amadeus-
explain why it's not magic.
Amadeus just kind of nods. You and my boy are going to have lots of fun growing up. But for now, it should be okay with some training.
Any tips on how to train him? Because I can always do what I can while we're traveling.
It's one of those things you just kind of have to figure it out, just like with wielding a sword or anything else. Trial and error.
Yeah. I guess we'll treat it like magic to start with and see if that works.
You see Luke just sitting here, just holding his head, just like. But my trial and error destroys things.
We can put you in a safe space.
I mean, so does magic.
That's true. So does a sword. If you miss.
Yeah, you're right. And he just kind of shakes his head and he's like, I can't let this get to me.
You'll be okay, man.
So we gotta get the crystal deal, don't we?
Yeah, that's the plan. So far, things have kind of sidetracked and snaked around said plan, but
Back to the plan.
for now,
Yes.
Before we head out, do we need to get anything here?
Well, let's go if we can find Shun. See if he does actually want to go with us
yeah.
to get dropped off there.
You can see Luke just goes, go off and get me some stuff. I'll meet you back at the ship.
You want me to come with you?
Yes, no, it should be okay.
You're sure?
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Okay. Take your word.
And he just goes, just walking off. You can tell it's that kind of little pensive, but he doesn't look like shoulders dropped or anything. He actually looks like he's, head up, but it's still just that kind of
Tension.
yeah.
Well, at least we shouldn't have to worry about anybody trying to jump him. I'm sure the story of last night already spread around.
More than likely.
There were quite a few guys already unconscious by the time we got there.
Yes.
So anything in the town you're looking for?
I mean, if there's even just like a +1 weapon, depending on price.
Yeah, check out the...
Yeah, I was gonna say, check a weapon shop.
Yeah.
Okay, like with that stuff, we can do like out of game.
Yeah.
We can update everybody.
Yeah, we can catch most of that up next time.
I mean, for me, probably gonna wait till Crystal Dale where there's actually more magical stuff. But
Yeah, so with all the shopping and stuff out the way, Luke does finally show up
You good?
with actual gear, like in actual gear and a new spear in hand.
There's the
back.
Luke I know.
And he's like, something like that. So, shall we go?
is Shun here?
Shun does show up with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
Kane and all.
Coming with us?
As much as I'd like to, I think I'm gonna make it on my own for a little bit.
I understand.
Very well.
Because you guys have your own path to follow, and
I mean,
I have mine.
that's up to you, but we don't mind helping you.
I know.
If you're ever in a bind, Jamfear's got his goat again.
If I need the goat, I'll let him know. But I think I'm gonna make my own way home.
Can respect that.
Just maybe stop somewhere and get a better lick than this bum thing.
Crystal Dale. There's lots of magical stuff there.
He was thinking about heading south. Maybe stop in Storm Shore, see if they have anything.
It's a possibility.
And I'll let him know. If you stop through Storm Shore, I'll let him know about Sin's Bar and stay there. Tell him you're a friend of mine.
That, and I'll tell him about the temple. He's got
Thank you.
options.
Yes, thank you, guys. Well,
I wish I could give you some hint in Storm Shore, but I got nothing. Sorry.
Beware the storm hen.
Don't go swimming. There's a dragon under there. That's
Cool.
all I got.
And
Cool.
be careful taking jobs from the mayor's office.
Yeah.
will do.
You may actually get paid more to not take the job.
I'll take your word for that one.
Yeah, not one of our finer moments, but
Worked for me.
it was efficient at the time.
Say no more. But I wish you all the best of luck. Hopefully we'll meet again.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And best of luck to you on your journey.
You guys as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll read about y'all in the books someday.
Well, I hope so. But I hope it's a long story, not a short one.
We'll find out. And with that, he goes hobbling back into town. And you guys get on the ship. And Nilka's just like, so, only one extra crewmate with you.
Yeah, the same
Yes.
one we picked up.
Very well. It was no extra this time.
Fabulous.
Next stop, Crystal Down.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's where we'll end tonight. You guys will level up to level 5.
Woohoo!
2 attacks. If I take Ranger.
I still got one more paladin level before I get that second attack.
So, yeah.
Rangers luck out. They get it on level 5 like fighters.
Well, I would.
But he took.
Oh yeah, you're sorcerer.
So yeah.
Well, I could take my artificer level, but
So the question is, do y'all want to bring your hit points now since we're with everybody, or do you want to wait until later to roll?
wait until later because I'm still contemplating if I do want to take that artificer level.
I don't know that if I'm gonna multi-class or not yet. I know.
Alright, well. Alright, cool.
Roll it if you want me to.
Alright, you can wait. Since if we're not gonna all do it, we'll just wait. And that's one of the.
God, 4.
I'll let you re-roll that one.
That was a crap roll.
No, I'm just saying.
That was I don't even care roll. I'm just gonna toss it over here.
I was trying to do it without looking. 7.
Alright, guys, so thank y'all again for this, listen to us and everything. I hope by next time we talk, we might hit, that 100 download mark and I can talk about that. So, y'all guys have a good night and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for
Let
listening.
y'all ass have a good night.
Did I say that? Oh, well, you guys have a good night and I will see y'all next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Later.